So I just showed you one of my favorite ways to layer place settings that in my opinion work all year long with just a few changes. I want to show you two more of my more dramatic place settings and more dramatic standbys. One of the things that I like to have on hand are wreaths. I love using shed feathers. I'm going to show you a fantastic party setting for a table. So this is just a feather wreath. I think I bought 7 or 10 of them. I wish I had 25 of them, but I have just enough to set a nice table. We typically set 6 and then decorate other things with them. So I'm just going to show you how to set a place setting with this. So you'd set the wreath down. On top of it, I just use a very basic round beveled mirrored charger. You want to make sure that your charger sits nicely on top of your wreath, okay? On top of that, again, you would have your glass plate. Beautiful, love it. And then on top of that, again, another plate. Very easy, very dramatic, makes a great statement. If you are hosting just an off-the-charts dinner party for 8, 12, 15, 20, this is one of the funnest things to do. And in the past, I had some wreaths with almost like a lime green. It's really fun if you're doing a ladies' luncheon, then you can give the wreaths as a hostess gift. So they basically get to take their charger home. It's kind of fun if you're doing a highly specialized holiday party. One of the things when you do a setting like this, because they're a little higher, you want to make sure that the wreath is very stable and sturdy and that your mirrored chargers fit in nicely and sturdily. And again, you can layer all sorts of different plates on top of that. Then again, I love to use these little cash pots, toll. They come in all different sizes, shapes. Very fun. You can set them at the head of each place. Put a napkin in it. Use this for your breadsticks. Use it, make sure you put a napkin inside of it. But I love setting unique places like this. Another one of my favorite tips, move this very carefully over here, is to keep on hand what I call low rimmed trays. This is a copper tray. I like it because it's just the right size, again, to hold this basic plate. You can use any kind of china you want and any kind of trays you want, but I like using metal trays, copper, silver, gold, even pewter, in slightly different shapes and slightly different sizes, especially if you're having a buffet. It's nice because if you stack the trays at the beginning part of the buffet, people can pick up the tray. It's got enough of a lip so they can hold on to it. Then you can put your glass plate on top of it, and there's a little more stability to it. You can also do this if you're setting the table for a sit-down dinner, but I like to have all sorts of different trays on hand for really interesting mix and match buffets. Again, same, this is my everyday china. You don't have to have sets and sets and sets, though I love china. It's a weakness of mine. But I just want to show you that you can have a few basics in quantity and really change it up with just a few details. Okay? There's one other thing I want to show you that's kind of hot this year, this season in decor. So this year we're seeing a lot of woodland natural products and still chalkboard. So if you were hosting maybe a youth party or something like that, this, I would take the sticker off here. This is actually just an oversized chalkboard ornament. Just the perfect size to have as a charger or a plate. Again, here's my everyday china. You can use whatever you want. Obviously you could get a simple white plate, or use a really beautiful black plate on that. That would be super fun. And then these are just mushroom, dried mushrooms. And I love it because they're natural. And then what I would do is use a burlap or a really nubby linen as a napkin, cut it into squares. This is just an upholstery piece of fabric. Get out your scissors, cut it in half and cut it in half again. Make some napkins, wash them. And part of the beauty of using fabrics like this is you want this natural frayed look. You just pull the strings through very easily, and then you can just tie them with a very simple bark ribbon. You can wrap it around like this, put a little bit of tape on it, you've got a napkin, and then they can take the ornament home as their Christmas gift. I love using natural dried florals when you're doing a very raw kind of a look. I wouldn't necessarily use a tablecloth like this. I might use a fabric like this. But again, all we're doing is we're covering the table with an interesting fabric and then layering on top. These are some of the things that I absolutely love to do. I think they're very easy. All you need is a little bit of storage, a restaurant supply house for the white plate, for the clear glass plates. When trays go on sale, I buy them in bulk. And when I see things like this, and I know we've got parties coming up, I think this was $9. Would buy 15 or 20 and we can have a youth party in no time flat.